Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're heading deep into one of the most biodiverse islands on Earth, a land of rainforests, ancient mountains, and breathtaking wildlife. This is Sri Lanka, home to animals found nowhere else in the world. But not all of them are easy to find. In fact, some are so rare that even scientists go their whole lives without ever seeing them. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 rarest animals in Sri Lanka, creatures that are not just beautiful, but fragile, mysterious, and vanishing fast. These animals represent the soul of Sri Lanka, from the shadows of the rainforest canopy to the warm waters of its wetlands. Each one has a story to tell about survival, danger, and hope. So, sit back, relax, and join me as we journey through jungles, rivers, and mountain trails to uncover the hidden wildlife of Sri Lanka. And remember, if you love nature and want to help protect it, stick around till the end. I've got a surprise message for you there. Number 5, the purple-faced langur. Our countdown begins in the deep green rainforests of Sri Lanka's southwest, home to a remarkable primate known as the purple-faced langur. They're easy to recognize: long, graceful tails, thick brown fur, and faces so dark they almost shine purple in the light. That's how they got their name. These monkeys are shy, social, and incredibly smart. They live high up in the forest canopy, rarely touching the ground. Their diet is mostly leaves, fruits, and flowers. But what makes them so fascinating isn't just their look, it's their voice. At dawn, the males give out deep, booming calls that echo through the forest valleys. It's both haunting and beautiful, a sound that defines the Sri Lankan jungle. Yet, their song is fading. Over the last century, the purple-faced langur has lost more than 80% of its habitat. As cities expand and forests are cleared for agriculture, their homes are disappearing. Many now live in small forest patches, isolated and vulnerable. Some are forced to cross busy roads or telephone lines to reach food, putting them in constant danger. They're electrocuted, hit by vehicles, or chased away when they eat fruit crops. Still, they endure, they adapt, and that's what makes them so extraordinary. The purple-faced langur isn't just a monkey. It's a living reminder of the fragile balance between human life and the wild. If Sri Lanka's rainforests disappear, so do they, and with them, a voice that has echoed through the trees for thousands of years. Number 4, the Sri Lankan elephant. Our next rare animal is one that almost everyone knows, but few truly understand: the Sri Lankan elephant. These giants are among the largest Asian elephants on the planet. They're intelligent, emotional, and incredibly social. Families are led by matriarchs, wise, older females who guide their herds across forests and grasslands, searching for water and food. They've walked this land for centuries. In ancient Sri Lankan history, elephants were sacred. Kings rode them in battle and parades. Today, they're symbols of heritage, strength, and pride. But for the elephants themselves, life isn't so royal. As Sri Lanka's population has grown, so has the conflict between humans and elephants. Where elephants once roamed freely, they now face fences, roads, and farmlands. When crops grow where their forests used to be, elephants follow the scent of food, and people see them as threats. Every year, hundreds of elephants and dozens of people die in these conflicts. It's one of the saddest tragedies in Sri Lanka's modern wildlife story. But there's still hope. At Minaria National Park, every year between July and October, hundreds of elephants gather in a breathtaking event known as the Gathering. Families come from miles away to drink and play near the Great Minaria Tank, an ancient water reservoir built more than 1,700 years ago. It's peaceful, majestic, and deeply moving. Standing there, you realize something powerful: elephants aren't just animals. They're a bridge between the past and the future, between people and nature. Protecting them isn't a choice. It's a responsibility. Number 3, the Ceylon rose butterfly. Now we travel into the misty mountain forests of central Sri Lanka, where a tiny, delicate creature flutters through the air like a living gem, the Ceylon rose butterfly. It's rare, beautiful, and incredibly fragile. Its wings are black with white veins and striking red spots that look like drops of paint. When sunlight hits it just right, the butterfly glows as if it's alive with color. But it's more than just beautiful, it's endemic, meaning it's found nowhere else on Earth but here. The Ceylon rose lives in humid, dense rainforests like Sinharaja, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and Kitulgala, a lush forest full of rivers and waterfalls. Sadly, it's also one of the world's most endangered butterflies. Its entire life depends on a single host plant, which is now vanishing due to deforestation and climate change. When that plant disappears, so does the butterfly. Butterflies are often seen as symbols of freedom, but the Ceylon rose reminds us of fragility. It shows how easily an entire ecosystem can fall apart when just one link breaks. To see one is rare, almost magical. But every time a forest is cut down, that magic fades a little more. If Sri Lanka loses the Ceylon rose, it loses more than an insect. It loses part of its identity, a living piece of its natural artistry. Before we move on to our final two animals, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, TripVista. TripVista isn't just another travel company, it's a journey into the soul of Sri Lanka. If you've ever dreamed of exploring this island, seeing wild elephants at Minaria, walking through tea-covered hills, or diving into its ancient culture, TripVista makes it possible. They specialize in authentic Sri Lankan experiences. You don't just see the country, you live it. You share meals with local families, learn about traditional crafts, visit hidden temples, and explore the natural world alongside the people who call it home. TripVista also believes in sustainable travel, making sure your adventures help the communities you visit and protect the environments you explore. When you travel with them, you're supporting local conservation, education, and culture. So if you love nature, culture, and adventure, check out TripVista, the link's in the description. It's the best way to discover the real Sri Lanka, not just the one in guidebooks. Alright, now, let's head back into the wild and meet two more of Sri Lanka's rarest creatures. Number 2, Parker's black turtle. Our next stop is the wetlands, quiet, still, and ancient. Hidden beneath the dark water is one of Sri Lanka's rarest reptiles, Parker's black turtle. Small, shy, and dark-shelled, this freshwater turtle is found only on the island. It prefers slow-moving rivers and muddy ponds, where it can hide among plants and feed on insects and small aquatic animals. But life is becoming harder for it every year. Wetlands are being drained for agriculture, polluted with plastic, or filled in for housing and roads. In many areas, these turtles have completely disappeared. Worse, they're hunted for meat or sold illegally as pets. A species that survived for millions of years, through ice ages and natural disasters, now faces extinction because of human carelessness. And that's tragic, because turtles are storytellers of time. Each shell tells a history of survival, resilience, and balance. Saving Parker's black turtle means saving the wetlands themselves, the veins of Sri Lanka that filter water, support wildlife, and store life. Next time you see a quiet pond or a slow river, remember, it could be the last home of a creature that has existed since the age of dinosaurs. Number 1, the Gunasecara's shield tail snake. And finally, at number 1, we meet a creature so rare, so secretive, that most people in Sri Lanka don't even know it exists. The Gunasecara's shield tail snake. Found only in the Knuckles mountain range, this snake is tiny, shiny, and almost completely black. It doesn't slither across open ground or hunt in trees. Instead, it spends nearly all of its life underground, burrowing through the moist soil. It feeds on earthworms and small insects, quietly playing a vital role in keeping the soil healthy. It's not venomous. It's not aggressive. It's not dangerous. It's simply rare. So rare, in fact, that only a handful have ever been seen by scientists. Every discovery feels like unearthing a living fossil. The Knuckles Range, where it lives, is one of Sri Lanka's most beautiful and mysterious landscapes, full of waterfalls, cloud forests, and ancient paths. But it's also under threat from illegal clearing and climate change. If those forests vanish, so does the Gunasecara's shield tail snake, possibly forever. This creature reminds us of something profound. That even today, our planet holds secrets. There are still animals living quietly in the shadows, waiting to be discovered, if only we take care of the world they inhabit. And there you have it, the top 5 rarest animals in Sri Lanka. From the shy purple-faced langur to the hidden shield tail snake, each one tells a story of struggle, survival, and wonder. Sri Lanka may be small, but its biodiversity is extraordinary. And with care, respect, and conservation, these species can still have a future. Remember, every forest protected, every wetland saved, every responsible traveler makes a difference. That's why we're proud to have TripVista as our sponsor. They help travelers experience the real Sri Lanka, responsibly and meaningfully, while supporting local communities and protecting the wild. So, what did you think? Which of these rare animals amazed you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you made it all the way to the end, type rare in the comment section to show that you're part of our nature-loving crew. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, protect the wild, and keep exploring. Thanks to these channels to letting me use their videos.